Hi, this is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Welcome to another interesting episode. My name is Elsie Godwin and I'm here with Ifeoluwa and another new guest anchor. She's not particularly new. I mean, she's not new to Tea Time. Her name is Ajewole.
Hi.
Hiya, how you doing?
Well, I like the girl squad thing.
Girl squad.
Because last time I was
She
the
will
only
be
girl,
happy.
and I was in middle of two guys. So
guys.
yes, this is nice.
Good.
And she's a feminist, are you?
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know that I am or that I'm not, but okay. That's...
All right, let's start with Baldwin and Justin Bieber celebrating one-year engagement. Justin Bieber popped the question this time last year while they were vacationing at a resort in the Bahamas. Baldwin took to her Instagram page yesterday to celebrate one-year anniversary of being engaged. She wrote, 1 year ago, I said yes to being your best friend for life, and today I have never loved you more. Life gets more beautiful every day because of you. My heart belongs to you forever. Here's to learning and growing together.
Why are you smiling so much?
Right? Like she's... The message was not for you.
But I mean,
it wasn't for you. No, but hold on. They're celebrating proposal dates now. That's a thing. I mean, first there was, okay, so there's wedding anniversary, normal. Then there's tradversary. Then there's courtversary. So now there's what?
Dating anniversary.
Yeah, I even get dating anniversaries, like while you're still dating. But now
there is kiss anniversary.
Okay, sorry.
See, whatever you want to celebrate, whatever gets you on, just do it.
You know,
and
free.
These are people that we don't really know if we are rooting for them or just watching them. So what?
I feel the same way. I thought I was the only one. I don't know. No, I'm not going to talk. I don't know how I feel about the two of them. I feel like they're a bit young, and it feels like it's just a spur of the moment thing for both of them. I don't know.
Sometimes it feels wrong.
I mean, I think it's very real for Hailey.
It's
real for Hailey. I'm just not sure about Justin. I mean, all the information that we've gotten are all based on these insiders.
And he didn't put up any posts to celebrate.
He didn't.
That's the thing. So already the sources, we might start to listen to them, because the last story we heard on them was about
they were going to have another wedding.
Yeah.
No, the gist part. I mean, the gossip is that she sent Selena Gomez a message saying, "Leave my man alone." I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah. So there's a lot of things, like there's still Justin and Selena still talk. Like when something important happens in his life, he goes to Selena and all. But this is all like insider and like gossip just, so we don't know. But when you not start to see like a man who's not very excited about stuff that you are, like you start to worry a little.
He's kind of excited though. But I mean, when you check his feed, he does talk about them and all.
But I don't think he loves her as much as he loves.
Or he loved her.
Or let me not measure. Like I don't think he is over Selena Gomez.
I don't think.
I think she's warming his heart. Hailey's warming. She's a place warmer, sort of, but we don't know. They might.
Congratulations. We hope to celebrate the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th.
You know,
6th, 7th,
yes.
8th,
Let's
9th,
I'm warming till.
Come on.
I'm so mean.
No.
Anyway, I like that she's trying.
Yeah.
I feel like Justin is
waiting
also
for the
trying,
wedding.
regardless of whatever is going on in his head.
Yeah.
I feel like he's trying. So I wish them well. What wedding again are you waiting
They have
for?
a wedding and they're planning, like, because
Wedding that they
ran
cancelled
away,
like 3 times.
and they still say they're planning it again. So I don't know.
No, they want to do one for
the family,
everyone else, because
Can they just live their life and enjoy? Like,
they want to do one for the family. So
I guess it's people want that opportunity to take pictures with your son in his suit.
We just
and
wanna see
family
how they look.
pictures.
Yeah, I guess so.
For the big frame in the sitting
know.
room. I get it. Okay, up next, Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, I've seen this one. It debuts with heroic $185 million. The adventurous superhero film easily dominated in North America, delivering a $185 million debut from 4,636 venues during its first 6 days in the theaters. I mean, globally is also doing amazingly well. And I'm glad to say that our money is in the global part.
Have you seen it?
No,
Okay.
that's why I made that sound,
relate.
because I wanted to be the first person to watch it on Tea Time, but I didn't know you already beat me to it.
She
I'm
hasn't
gonna
seen it.
watch it today.
That's
I
what I
booked my
said.
ticket.
That's what I said.
I went landmark to watch it today.
Well,
so
you would enjoy every bit of it. I mean, the comic is there, the comedy is there, everything is just there.
that's it. Don't talk anymore.
My
Don't
problem
say
with
spoilers.
it is, the previous one was, what, 2016? I don't even remember what
No, but this is more like
A
not a sequel to, is it Captain Marvel?
really?
Yes, because at the beginning you see them talking about. Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay.
No spoilers. Okay, but what do you want me to say on this topic?
It's okay,
now?
don't say it. We'll talk.
Aren't you guys like tired of Spider-Man movies? There's like a new one
No, I won't be
every.
tired of this one.
I'm tired of seeing
it's
new
like a
Spider-Man
sequel,
movies.
yeah.
I mean, obviously, it sounds like you're not a Marvel fan.
No, don't get me wrong. it's hard to follow. Like the Spider-Man
Yeah, not
movies
a
are
Marvel
far
fan,
and
if you-
in between. Not the rest of it, but the Spider-Man movies are so far in. There's so many years in between them
Yeah.
that you kind of lose track. And then sometimes they go back to the
But that's
beginning.
what I'm telling you.
and
This
just
one
do a
is
new
not.
cast.
This is not a Spider-Man sequel.
Okay.
It is a Captain.
Okay.
America
Yeah.
Hopefully
sequel.
it'll be
I'm
easy
trying
and-
to
There's
be-
always, yeah. I think my
yeah.
biggest, like, because I'm a hardcore DC fan, Marvel or DC, all of them fans, all the superheroes, really. The thing that I really like about this one, I haven't seen it yet, is their relationship outside of the camera. So the Zendaya and what's his name? Oh, what's the name? Spider-Man. Spider-Man have a strong bond behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
So for people who are her fans and stuff, this is like a dream come true. Like, okay, they're actually working together, and in the movie they're also friends and stuff like that. So it makes it
they
really
kissed
nice.
too.
Yeah.
Alright, it's time for a quick break. But when we return, we'll be letting you in on why Eldee
Elsie.
quits music. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can live here.
My real names are Akbofio Fobo, Akborobo Memere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom. You know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
Feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Welcome back. Nigerian rapper and record producer Lanre Dabiri, popularly known as Eldee the Don, has explained why he left music for another business. In a recent interview published by Punch, the rapper said, "I made a conscious decision not to be an active musician in 2012. It wasn't like I was trying and it wasn't working. I realized that with the path that my music was taking, I wouldn't have time for my family and they are more important. Also, I did not want to raise my children in the environment that I was in at the time. I needed to take them away because they had better options." He went on to say, "I didn't want to be that guy that people would post his story online, that he needed money to treat himself." Shade on Nigeria. He said, "I'm glad I made the decision when I did. I'm in a much better place mentally, physically, and financially. I don't regret leaving the music industry. I miss the creative part, but I don't miss all the troubles that come with being a Nigerian musician. I never would have been that guy to have baby mama issues. It is about character." Nigeria, sorry, oh. But I mean, he said this before, and his story never changed. There was even a time he talked about how he just needed to be very close to his family, and the line of work wasn't making that happen, and that leaving the country has been his best decision ever. I mean, he's okay financially, right, and all that.
Well,
Why do you
honestly,
really highlight
because I'm rolling my eyes because when I read this, he said something about how music wasn't paying him. Like he wasn't making so much money from music, and he was making money from, I don't know, other things he was doing on the side. And then and then he goes music. So he quit not because music wasn't working for him, but because he wanted to focus on his family. And I'm like, brother, if music was working for you and the money was coming in, then you would probably have stayed with it. So him telling us that he didn't leave because it wasn't working for you. Because if you're saying that you put 80% of your time and your energy into music, but it was only giving you about 20% in returns, then music wasn't working. I mean, because music should create avenues for you to make money from other things.
But then I think
and
I
other
understand where
places.
he's coming from, because at the time Eldee was the Don at the time. we know, I mean, I think he was in the music scene when people like Idris Abdulkarim were there, and Tony Tetula and all that. Those people are not living off music right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, I stand to be corrected, but I don't think they are. And even if they want to be, then I don't think they stand a chance to live the kind of life that Eldee is or will be living right now. Wherever he is, he decided to be with his family. I mean, he's in a system that is working, he's in a place that he can decide, even if he decides not to do a tangible job and he says he wants to go and wash plates, he will eat well, he will be fine. His family, they are secured and all that. So I feel like when he was in the game, the options of making money as much as it is now was not that big, but it doesn't mean he wasn't successful. It could be that he just felt like he didn't have the time to wait it out or to just continue struggling and all that, because he had a wife, he had a family, and he just had to make the best decision for them.
That's the same thing. If you change your job,
it doesn't mean it wasn't working.
If you change your job, if you stop
because he was one of the biggest at the time.
I know, I'm not saying he wasn't the biggest, but it wasn't working for
the money
him.
and Eldee will make at that time, being the biggest, as in one of the biggest at the time, and what Wizkid is making now as one of the biggest as now cannot be compared.
That's what we're
because
saying.
the industry is evolving. As much as there is no structure, it's still getting better.
I don't even think it was the finances that this man was looking at, because we didn't know then what we know now, and he wasn't looking and comparing himself to Wizkid, and I think financially he was content with the music that he was the money he was making from music. That's what he's saying. I remember like him pretty well, and I think he was a big deal.
I'm a big
yeah, he was a big deal.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a financial thing. I think there's other things. Like even if you're making money from something, and I can say that confidently.
I mean, your money cannot protect.
There's some things. Yeah, I can say that.
So it's still not working for you.
No, I think it's more. It's not that the music isn't working for me. It's like you're paying me a lot of money to be in Nigeria. I have to really, honestly, because I've only been back like 3 months. I cannot confidently tell you that I would take the money, even if it's $1 million a day, living in this country. So I think there's more things that he saw, like futuristically, like, is this a kind of, because he kept saying environment. Environment has nothing to do with money.
No, but I'm not talking about money. I'm saying he says it wasn't working for him. So if you're considering his family suffered, or you're considering he had to put a lot more in, so it's obviously not working for him one way or the other, and he quit to go find something.
So focused on
because it wasn't, let's be honest, it's not working for
I
you.
don't think
It's not working for you. Let's
I feel
move
like
on.
it was working for him, but he needed more. He needed more than money. He needed an environment
something can
that
be
would
working
be
for
nice
you,
for
and
the
you
kind
still
of life he
decide
wants
to
for his
leave.
children.
Like this could be working for me, and I leave. No, and I'm going to modeling. I'm not going to say that this didn't work for me. It worked for me. I just wanted something else, and I think that's what he's trying to say.
I don't know if I agree, but okay.
All right, up next, Dayo, Adeneye, and Kenny Ogungbe. I mean, if you know Eldee the Don, then you probably know these guys too. They have begun working together again after 4 years of not working together. The music entrepreneurs recently resumed work after an uninterrupted break that lasted for over 4 years. The duo shared a video on their respective social media pages in which they reintroduced themselves. They told Nigerians to expect intriguing interviews with rising stars, and as well as exclusive coverage of international events. We have a video of that. I'm not sure if it's ready or not, but while we wait for it and to find out if it's ready, Kenny's music, Primetime Africa, Two-Face Idibia, Idris Abdulkarim. I mean, even Eldee the Don at some point. They did a whole lot, and they are. If you're telling the Nigerian music industry story, it is not complete if you're not talking about Kenny Ogungbe and Keke, Baba Keke. That's what they call him, right? I mean, them coming back again, I don't know how it's going to be for them right now, because I mean there's a lot of diversification and new way of promotions and all that, but I think they would find their fit, and I think they would do well, because Dayo went into politics at some point. He was I think commissioner for something for about 4 years, and now he's back, so we'll see how this goes.
I think if you're not deliberate and specific about rebranding these people, I don't think it's going to work. Because when I see them, I just see old. I just see like really outdated stuff. And nobody wants to do that. And it's happened to bigger people like Mariah Carey. There's a lot of people in the industry that you can see that were famous back then, and trying to rebrand them to still be digestible for the new culture is very hard. So they don't make a conscious effort down to the haircut, shoe color, how they dress, the terminologies they use, choice of words, how they cover stories. Like, if you're not very deliberate about it, I don't think I want to be interested in like, I'll give you your veteran accolades and stuff. Like, I'm not going to say like you're not relevant or anything, but to say that I'm going to be digesting on a daily basis, like, I feel like I've evolved a little from prime time. So I just hope, I really hope that they can spin this around.
You know, I like what you just said now about rebranding and talking about their language, how they look, what they say. And I was watching that video earlier on, and he
Please,
actually
I need to chip
picked...
this in. D1's laughter has not changed. I don't know if that video is ready, but the laughter, I can wake up, and even if I'm sleeping and that laugh comes, I know this is D1.
And he picked something from Olamide's song, Oil and Gas. And then they inserted it into the conversation so fluidly, and I was laughing. I was like, oh, he said something about Dayo's hands having oil on it. And then the other one replies, oh, does it mean mouth is dry? That Olamide's, the lines from Oil and Gas, he should use the lines, and they used the conversation, and it was smooth. I'm like, okay, if you can pull this, maybe you're not so disconnected from, you know, the current culture.
I've been opportunity to meet Baba Keke, and he's not that guy that wants to stay in the old mentality. Like, he evolves. He follows the latest news on entertainment, not just in Nigeria, in the world. I mean, this were the first set of people that brought, that were able to cover Grammys for us in Nigeria, Oscars and all that. So they understand the business. Now, maybe when you talk about their dressing and lifestyle, I don't know, because, you know, they were still looking their old self, maybe on that angle. But understanding the business, I feel like these two, especially Kenny Ogungbe, understands the business, and their radio station is doing good too.
I mean, and if you based on what you said, if you spin that around, that they can do the branding, because I think another thing about our culture is that we're cool with what we see and how we talk, but we lack a lot of professionalism and depth, really. Is the video ready? Okay. So it seems like they lack a lot of depth with professionalism. So if these people can actually pull off both factors, like you just said, like if it seems like they're actually, you know, keeping us in tune, and then then it'll be an awesome, pretty much a force to reckon with. So I really wish them the best.
All right, so we have the very short video. They both posted this on their Instagram pages, so let's see it.
Precisely 3 minutes after 2 on a Monday afternoon, the first edition in the third quarter of 2019. And again, first time, over 4 years, 4 years of government, 4 years of management of Ogun State, 4 years of being a commissioner of information and strategy. Brothers and sisters, very, very happy. Welcome back, one and only. Your hands are not too busy. Your mouth are free. Welcome back, one and only Otumba Dayo, D1 Adeneye.
What's up, Kenny?
How you doing? Good to see you, man.
Good to be back, man.
Good to see you.
We have a lot of G's to catch up on, okay? We have a lot of G's to catch up on.
We do. It's so nice having you back.
Thank you.
Looking at D1, looking at his hand, I can tell that Owoyin Eponi. At the Vebayin La.
And nobody like they will stab you.
Please, who heard that laughter?
That laughter is epic.
Yeah, you know, and for the record, though, Kenny never left the scene.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't actively doing music productions and all that, but he was still the host of Primetime for all that 4 years that Dayo went to do politics. So I think they will be fine. Yeah, I think so. All right, it's time for another break, but when the show returns, we'll be discussing the latest on Kevin Spacey's case. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Ifeoluwa,
I think my father is a comedian, because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house. So we need to draw our limits somewhere.
Feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can. Actor Kevin Spacey's alleged sex assault victim drops lawsuit. The man that Kevin Spacey is accused by prosecutors of sexually assaulting 3 years ago has dropped a civil lawsuit he filed against the Oscar-winning actor only last week. I think this story is extremely confusing, but Orwell was helping me understand that he only dropped the civil.
Yes.
The criminal is still on.
The criminal is still on. He just dropped the civil case.
Explain the difference. Some of us are not. Name and English.
I am not a legal expert, but from what I understand, so sexual assault is a criminal offense. There's that aspect of it. But then he's also suing now, filing a suit for damages and, oh, I couldn't go to work, or I couldn't do this, and then that's on another side. So yes, this crime was committed against you, the criminal, but then for the civil one is what they're now. And the civil one is money-oriented. Yeah. So what a lot of popular lawyers in the US are saying is, with this case, they hurt themselves because now it looks like you're in it for the money. So the only reason why you're accusing Kevin Spacey of assault is because you wanted to get to a civil suit so you could get some money out of it. So now it's looking sketchy. And then according to some other reports, there was a phone that was supposed to be submitted, but then this guy, the person accusing him, actually deleted some parts of the messages on that phone. So
and they said the phone is missing.
They're hurting
and you
their
remember
case.
we spoke about it when we said the judge said they have to produce the phone, and today is the Monday that's supposed to, you know, so we'll have to keep on this.
They dropped the suit.
You know,
so they don't want to produce it because they know that.
And you can see when something has been altered. So
yes. No, they actually recovered the texts. According to what I read anyway, they recovered some of the text, got an expert on it. You know now, they can do these things. So their case is shaky, and I think dropping it now makes it even worse. I feel like, okay, you made a mistake, or you thought you could get money out, but stick with it. At least you look more credible. Right? But now dropping it all of a sudden because all of these things have come up.
This person has been anonymous throughout. This man that's accusing.
He's still anonymous.
Not accusing him. Because the mom, I think, is it the father of them or the mother now works with a TV station or something, is in the media space. So they know this person, but the media is just deliberately not overly mentioning their names and all that just to protect them. But it's not anonymous, no.
But you know what I hate most about this is there are so many cases of sexual assault everywhere, globally. And for Kevin Spacey, this wasn't the first time he'd been accused, but it was the first time that, you know, someone had actually taken it to court. But my problem is when you are the first person bringing a case such as this against a powerful man, be mindful of the fact that you're not just doing this for yourself. Whatever you do out there affects everybody else.
I'm beginning to feel like Kevin Spacey is innocent of this particular one. I mean, I don't know.
And it was just a setup, right?
You know, that's how I feel right now. And it's even more annoying because they had to remove him from the show that I love watching. But I'll keep my cool.
I don't know. I think you're wounding other victims, people who would really need to come out and stake their claim, people who really need to come out and say, you're wounding everybody else. And at the end of the day, no matter what it was you did it for, you're no better than the person who you're accusing. If you are intentionally depriving other people a chance to get redemption or to get help or get healing. And that's what I hate most about it.
I think if the lawyers, I'm just thinking, can't they spin this around and then he's the one even asking this person to pay for damages because at the end of the day, if you cannot prove, first of all, why are you dropping it? I never like to jump on the bandwagon and react based on what it looks like. He might actually be dropping it because he's in sympathy and the guy actually just feels really remorseful. Sometimes someone like me, that could easily happen. My blood is hot when it happens.
No, there's no case of remorseful here because Kevin has, I mean, he's been very funny because he's been attending all the court case publicly and smiling and looking, and then his attorneys are not even taking it lightly. They are going in hard. So it's not a case of him trying to feel remorseful. No, he's saying he did not do this, and that has been his stance for a very long time, which was why they got to the point where they're saying you need to bring out this phone. When you needed the phone to submit your own evidence, it was not missing. Then suddenly, after Kevin's attorneys looked at it and said, oh no, there is something in this SMS or in this phone that can actually prove that my client is innocent. You are suddenly saying the phone is missing. So he's not even trying to feel remorse or anything. He's always said that he's innocent.
Something at the back, like backstage, that is happening for him to want to drop his case right now.
He's not dropping the case. He's just dropping the civil one. So the criminal one still goes forward.
I guess so.
So I mean, if you want it, if as you're saying, if something is going on and he's maybe remorseful, maybe tired, maybe I don't know, he should drop both. Right? He should withdraw both. But he's only withdrawing one, and he's not withdrawing. So I don't know. It's just we'll watch and see.
All right, I would definitely love to wake up to new development on this story, because you know, today is Monday, and this is the day they're supposed to provide that phone that went missing. Anyways, that's exactly where we wrap up on this episode of Tea Time. Join us tomorrow for fresh new episodes. But then, before that, you can always join the conversation by using the hashtag Tea Time on social media or tweet at us at Plus TV Africa. My thank you, as always, will go to my co-anchors Ifeoluwa Omai and Ajewole. I hope we see you tomorrow. And the entire production team. My name is Elsie Godwin saying thank you for watching, and do have yourselves a good evening.